This is going to be a scary part of the episode because this is my current thinking, and these things don't have to be this way, and they probably won't be this way. But I would like to start a discussion on what changes, because the last thing before the world resets is war. There's economic strife, there's civil unrest, and then there's global war. And global war is just to legally kill the people that were in power, to reset the world, and then also to move borders and alliances around. And that's what happened in the First World War and the Second World War. So the alliances are already being changed. The world as we have built it in the past is now at the breaking point. And right now, this is First World. Right up here, this is all First World here. And this is Third World, and Third World. This is the West and the Western way of life. Everything that has ruled the world has really, for the last several hundred years, been here. But things are changing. We used to be the biggest creditor. We're now the biggest debtor in the history of all the world. So what happens to the alliances? I'm going to give you some general ideas, and we're going to color code them, and I'll go through the map. Thugocracy or communist. This is like China or a country like Russia, where Putin is in charge. They make up the rules as the leaders decide. Now, there's a third world thugocracy, which I would put in like Venezuela, where it's a serf state, where the people, you have somewhat of a chance in this kind of a thugocracy. There are the rich ruling class, and everybody in Russia's not a total slave, but it's not freedom like we understand. But if you're down in Venezuela, it's a nightmare. This is the best of the third world serf states now is probably like Mexico, and it's only because we're on the border. But between the corruption in their government and the drugs, there's no chance of escaping this. The Muslim Brotherhood, and we're going to put a slash here, it's not just the Muslim Brotherhood, it can also be a Islamic theocracy or caliphate. And then a Nazi influence. There's going to be a pushback from this to counterbalance. And then free states. The free states, the only one, honestly, I can really say that in my heart I really believe will be free, will be Israel. I think Canada will still generally be free, but I'm not sure. And no, he's fighting over New Zealand, or I mean Greenland. But I think everything else is about to really change. And let me show you how I think this is going to line up. Your Muslim influence is going to spread all across, and I think up to Spain. I don't know how far down, but I think you will split the lower part with first world thugocracy, which is China. And I think China is going to be, where it used to be kind of the United States was the counterbalance here. I think you're going to start to see the counterbalance in this part of the world all be China and New Zealand. I hope you like Chinese food, James Cameron, because I think you're about to have a lot of it. Now, the United States used to be the protectors of the former Soviet Union. I think that because you are for a time period going to have Nazi influence up here, and maybe a Nazi state come around. I think you might even have some Nazi influence in the United States, unfortunately, because we've had it before, and it will happen there and there, I think. What's going to happen, I believe, is Russia is going to sweep in, and the